Hey my loves, welcome to my channel. I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can maintain your feminine mystery. Now without wasting any time, let me just jump right into the first one. Number one, you have to master the art of staying calm. Someone once said that you have to make your anger expensive. So before you react or say something back, take about 5 seconds, breathe and just ask yourself that is this worth my trouble? Is this worth my energy? 9 times out of 10 it is not. So be very selective of what you entertain. When you approach situations in a very calm and elegant manner, it is very difficult for people to figure you out, to figure what triggers you. Because the moment that people figure out what triggers you, they'll always use that against you. And you don't want to give anybody the power to take you out of your character. Number 2, set healthy boundaries. Don't be so accessible. Let people respect your time. You need to understand that how you let people value your time is how they will value you. So make sure that you're very selective of who you give your time to. You value something more when you don't get access to it all the time. So do that with your energy. Do not just give it to anybody, and do not just be so accessible. Number 3, master the art of self-love. So you don't need to feel like you need to feed off people's validation. That is one quality that you need to master. Because once you master the art of self-love, your energy just says it all. You feel it. I can't even explain the feeling of having to love yourself to an extent where you don't need any validation, any type of energy from people to feed your ego or to feed your confidence. Number 4, do not, I repeat, do not talk about all of your insecurities. When people know where you're most vulnerable, and when they know the parts of you that you don't really love so much, they'll always use it. They'll always use it against you. If they know that, okay, you're insecure about this part, anybody that wants to trigger you can use that part to insult you, and they know it's going to break you. So if you don't talk about your insecurities to just everybody, I'm not saying don't, because everybody has insecurities, but be very selective of who you tell. Let it be the people that are very, very close to you. Don't just be out here telling everybody your insecurities, because they will. Trust me, they will use it against you. Number 5, I saw this in the book called The Art of Seduction. It said, if you have a skill, it spoke about something of the fact that if you have a skill that is very difficult to master, or something that is not as easy to achieve, make it look effortless. You don't have to talk about how much it takes. And for example, let me give this most simple example. If let's say you're going on a date, and honey, you go, you dress up, you do your makeup like a goddess, you step out looking flawless, and you get a compliment. My goodness, you look amazing. And you say, oh, this took me 2 hours to prepare. Oh, thank you so much. This took me so long. No, honey. Make it a mystery. Don't allow people to know the process. Let them just be fascinated by the outcome. Now that goes for everything. I think I tried to simplify it by the most simple example. Number 6, be more of a listener than you are of a talker. As a talkative person myself, I know how easy it is to get carried away and spill a lot and say more than I need to. So this is something I'm personally working on myself. It is very important to be a person that listens more than you speak, because when someone is the one that is talking more, they don't get to figure you out as much. For example, you're on a date and you are of course contributing to the conversation, but you are allowing the other person to speak, and you just listening attentively. This gives space for you to not talk about everything that comes with you. It gives you space to not talk about everything about yourself. So what happens? They remain some mystery to you. So when this guy goes home, he's of course going to rewind, okay, what was happening during the date, and he'll figure out, like, I didn't get enough information about this, beautiful female, because, yes, he was talking, you were contributing, but you were not revealing all the parts of yourself. Number 7. Yeah, number 7. Don't just open up to people. Observe them first, and let your instinct eventually decide if you can open up to them. Trust is very strong. Do not just give it away. It is very expensive. Don't just give it away. Let people earn it. And if they don't put the effort to earn your trust, or if they don't prove that they're worth it, honey, do not give it to them. Do not. Number 8. You don't have to broadcast all of your skills. Let people eventually find out as they get to know you better. This will create curiosity as to what more there is to you, especially when it comes to dating. I've just said the example not long ago. Number 9. We choose what we show the world. So be very selective of what you put on social media. Don't be easily figured out by sharing your every move. You don't want to be that female that when she goes to the restaurant, while she's sitting in the restaurant, right, you take some snaps and everything, and you put your location right there while you're still at the restaurant, and everybody knows where you are, and this goes for everything, every single move that you make, you're putting it out there. No. And I know that, a lot of us, we love to be on social media. Just be very cautious of what you share. And I'm personally, learning this myself. For example, if you're a person that, of course, would love maybe to just remember, like, oh, I was at this location. Wait until you get home or get away from the place, and then you put your location. This will give some kind of curiosity, because first of all, there are a lot of creeps on social media, and letting people know your every move, it's just not it. So just be very cautious. And also, what you put on your social media, it's like a resume. It's, if you give, let's say, CV to a company that, is hiring people, they don't know you, but what you put in that CV is going to represent you before they even get to know you, before they even get to give you that opportunity to work for them. Now, this just goes, this same goes for social media. Whatever it is that you choose to put out there is representing you. So even a person that don't know you can get an impression based on what you post. So be very careful. I'm personally, learning this myself. The next one, I think it's number 10. Yeah, number 10. Dress how you want to be addressed. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody can dress however they want. But when you want to be a feminine woman, dress more feminine. Leave some parts of yourself to people's imagination. Now, I'm not saying that, when it comes to fashion, you have to, dress, you have to, have expensive clothes or anything. No. Listen, I am a student myself, and we deal with things on a budget. So you can still look feminine, you can still look good, you can, still look cute on a budget. So yeah, just find your style, what makes you comfortable, what, makes you feel great, and buy more of that. Wear more of those things that you feel like a goddess when you're wearing those things. Number 11, be very selective of who you can be vulnerable with. This, vulnerability kind of gives power. It gives people power over you. So you don't just want to give it to everybody. So be very selective of who you open up to. You have to keep your circle so small that, it's the people that know you the most that kind of know your vulnerable sides. So be very selective of that. Number 12. It is a great idea to keep your dating life from social media until you're certain that the person, that person is, in your life long term. Because what happens is, if you're the person, now, people can do whatever they want. We're talking about, if you want to be more feminine and everything, this is not for everybody. But, if you want to be a feminine, woman with a little bit of mystery to her, you don't want to be that female that you're not even sure if the John that you're dating is in your life long term, and boom, on social media. Now you're dealing with a lot of drama and everything, and you even, end up maybe dealing with females that are coming to you as a woman, or just, people knowing, right? People knowing about that on social media, great. Now you're not even sure if John is there to stay. Now, boom, you see John is not, there to stay. Life happens. Now you jump to Peter. What happens is, it's in a short period. You're changing and you're changing and you're changing. Then it's kind of like this image that you're creating for yourself that is kind of, yeah. So just, this is definitely optional. If you are to, okay, some people, they're very, like, they love, they love to show, which is absolutely okay. But if you want to be a feminine woman and you choose to post, try and leave some mystery to your relationship. Don't be that, that person that posts every single detail that you do with your, with your man. If you are in the movie, boom, if you are this, like, you're showing your every move every single day, leave some mystery to it. You can have, someone that you post and they know that, okay, she's dating this person, but what goes on behind that relationship is a mystery, and they don't have to know about it. So yeah, that's, that tip when it comes to relationships. Number 13. Create boundaries. Be clear about how you'd like to be addressed and treated. You have the power to teach people how to treat you. So whatever it is that you allow, people create a habit out of it. But if you do not allow disrespect, and I'm not saying you have to be, a person that is very controversial. You can be that person that is very calm, very collected, but still put people in their places respectfully and say, this is what comes with me, this is how I want to be treated, and I do not take anything less. And it's something that you teach people, and eventually it gets stuck, it sticks in their brain, and they will treat you accordingly. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna leave this video here. However, I do have a lot of tips on this very topic and other topics as well. So if you would like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe and like this video as an indication that you would like to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for listening, and yeah, I will catch you on the next one.